Hey, everybody. I'm trying to, I must have. But listen, this is the thing. When we come to YouTube, when we come to social media, and like, so it's YouTube, it's Twitch, it's TikTok, it's Flip now, and moving forward and other things, because people are truly trying to get something to pop off, right? And so you're doing it because you don't want to give up on yourself. You don't want to give up on the opportunity and the chance that is you. And I don't. I know I don't. I know there are things, I've tried so many things over the years and working and bringing income in. But the coming into the spiritual space of understanding that we attract stuff to us and things come to us is it can be a daunting process. I wouldn't say hard, but it can be daunting. And most people don't want to hear about that. Most people are just like, yo, I'm just trying to work this job. How do I get out of it? What do I do to make my life easier? To make me feel like when I go in here, I'm not almost selling my soul so I can bring some money home. And a lot of people feel like that. They've been in places where they have been sucked dry, they're not paid attention to, nobody's giving them the accolades and rewards that they actually deserve. And this happens consistently at jobs. And these jobs will be requesting and requiring that you have a lot of post bachelor degrees, like a lot of degrees after you actually got the 4 year degree, and still putting you in support positions that aren't paying that well. This is happening everywhere. And then they're calmly telling you, and we have the pick, we can do whatever we want, right? And they get up and, yes, you really can. I'm going to go. It's been real. I'm out of here, right? It's not there because it's like they got everybody in a chokehold. Oh, okay. You're not nice. How about, I won't say that. I will not say that. I will not. Oh boy. Oh my goodness. Will not take me off my square today, okay? But they've got us in a chokehold. They got a lot of us in a chokehold. Now I decided to walk away and was just like, I'm good. I'm good. I had no idea, Gerald. That's what you like and they like you. That's fine. No, I cannot take a joke. Goes too far sometimes. How about that? Listen, I'm here to talk. Okay. And hello, everyone. I'm saying hello. How are you doing today? How is everyone doing today? But seriously, don't try and take an inch and then snatch a yard from me. And you coming on here to be rude. I don't have time for it because I'm here to talk to people who are older at companies and want to leave, but are very terrified of actually doing so. Especially if they are their only breadwinner. If they just them, they don't have no kids, no mate, nothing. It's just them. And this climate that we live in right now doesn't make that easy. And a lot of people, like I remember back in the day, you wanted to have a job for like 10, 15, 20 years. It was a thing. And then the switch became, oh no, stay there that long? No, 2, 3 years and then we're out. We're on to the next thing. Things have completely changed and things have changed again. And so people are out here on the internet trying to really carve out something for themselves, via digitally, via content creation, via products that are getting out there, as far as maybe body butters, candles. These are like big markets, right? And it's so wide that it's not it couldn't be oversaturated because everybody likes all those things and will buy them and have multiple different ones in their home to take down and use. So it's like you can eat up the road doing whatever it is that you want to do with that. Hmm. Why is it so hard for fathers in custody court? I mean, why is it? I think sometimes, I know in cases that I've been personally involved in, I would say there's like not human responsibility, and I'm not just saying fathers because I think it's mothers too, and understanding that once you actually engage and a child is here, the rules of engagement have completely changed. And a lot of people don't get that. Um, I mean, I literally have seen some behavior where it's just like if I cannot have you, the man feels that way. He doesn't want to do anything for the children. If the man just wants to take care of the children and the woman wants him, she will make his life a living hell. It depends on the person. It really does. It really does. Everybody has a different thing that they're dealing with when it comes to that. Um, the importance and the seriousness of having children and understand that you shouldn't be playing around with all of that, and that relationships are really going to come at a time when you are okay in your head, when you're a happy person, and you're going after the things that you want. Sometimes people are just prematurely jumping into things because they don't know themselves. And also, nobody's really been given the tools to learn themselves to understand how to move forward with their life. I'm telling you, this channel, I'm going to always tell you, look into your, I know for those who are not into this, okay, but look into your astrology chart. You really need to get to know yourself because you may not be slated for something until you're much older, and that type of work will show you that. In some cultures, there is a reading done on children when they are first born so that the parents know how to proceed and put them in a good stead when it comes to life as an adult. But right now, it's the OK Corral, and people just ripping and running around here thinking that there's only one guide to their life, and that's just not reality. That's not reality. It doesn't matter if you don't believe in astrology, the planets are still up there doing what they're doing, and they have the effect on this planet that they have. And we are born under those different constellations, under those energies, those influences, and we need to be able to go into our chart and carve it out and find it out, because then you'll know if you should really be succumbing to peer pressure and jumping into something, or taking your time because it's not really what's for you, and then not getting children that is going to be used like a hacky sack between two people, you know, on skate, jumping around and kicking the hacky sack, and the kid really suffers. That's why fathers and mothers, they play around with each other in court, and the outcomes can be very disastrous. Wow, like, is it a kid? Like, why are y'all saying this type of stuff? Yes, please do. Thank you, Game Guru. Do pray. There are kids on here. I swear to God, this is a kid. Dude, like seriously, don't come on here and say that. Stop it. Um, and children suffer as a result of that. you can go to some of these, you can go to just about anything online and see some horrible stuff between parents over children. And it doesn't matter what the race, color, creed, it doesn't matter. You'll see it. One of the main reasons that what you're talking about is, you said, why do astrology readings, okay, they can I'll put that on the gift of the reader. So some people really know astrology, like they really study it. And so there is a real impact on a person's life, according to the heavens and everything that's happening up there, when you know what the different planets do, where they're transiting, where they are actually floating at right now, what part of the zodiac system they're moving through, constellations they're moving through, and how this can affect you. So, for general astrological readings, especially when you see them on different websites and stuff like that, they're doing sun sign readings. And the sun sign will generally have some type of effect on the people in their sun sign at that time. They generally will. But it all also depends on other parts of your chart. And as you get deeper and deeper into it, you begin to learn that not everybody's ruled by their sun. Not everybody has their sun, but the bigger planet that is really running their life is whatever is their rising sign, and that rising sign planet applies. But if you are a part of that sun sign, you're gonna feel it. You're gonna, like, take for instance, I'm a rising Cancer, right? So the moon affects me heavily. But I'm also a double Martian baby. So Mars affects me heavily. Heavily. But specifically when it's in fire signs, right? But it kind of depends. Like, there was an eclipse last year, later in the year, I think it was 2023, and I remember that sucker coming through and feeling it, like, oh my God, really feeling it. I felt a little, I'm going to get right to you, Just Z. I felt the energy of that moon eclipse, and I felt like I was drunk and I hadn't had anything, and it was like for the whole day, and I also did not sleep. Then the big one that happened last year, in April, was also something I felt, but that was in my sun sign, right? So astrological readings from your sun sign standpoint, it's going to have some type of bearing on you. But when you begin to really study your chart, and everyone studies their chart, they're going to look at transits, and they're going to try and figure out what's really coming up for them, what they should prepare for, and what the different things mean. It is a deeper process than a horoscope and a sun sign reading. But a person who's a reader, and if you look at my channel and you go back, back in the 2020, I was literally doing readings on sun signs. But I was also, sometimes it would be sun signs, the rising, the Venus, and the Mars. And I would also sometimes add in Saturn. So I was grabbing 5 areas to do a read on for the different signs. And it would land for people in a different way. Okay? And I was catching a real big collective. But I remember when I decided to kind of chill when doing those readings, it was primarily because I have a destiny with Geminis, because they're in my 12th house. And anything sitting in your 12th house in your zodiac sign represents, you need to be studying it, getting in there, because it's going to shock you with what these people who are under the sun sign can do to you. You will find it out. It could also be their rising sign, right? I would say it's not a predictive science, but it's experimental. So think hypothetical. You could decide, like, look at your planets, see where how they're going to transit through your chart for the year. I'm going to come back to you, just see 1 second, and know that. Say, take for instance, you're a Venus in Pisces, and Pisces is sitting in your second house, and Venus is sitting in Pisces right now in your second house. That means you are a rising Aquarius. That means you should be making some moves when it comes to money right now. And you should have kind of been setting yourself up just before it came in, but it's going to be in there for, I think, another like 20 or so days. So this would be when you would make some money decisions, make some business decisions, but specifically money, things that you could make money from, because that second house is all about attracting money to you and the things that come to you easily. Okay, it's right there. And you don't have to have Venus sitting in Pisces in your chart to even benefit from it, because if Pisces is your second home, Venus energy is sitting in there, and right now it's where she's exalted. She loves to have the fun. She loves to frolic and play. She loves all of the luxuries, all of the joys, right, of life. So you would use that energy to work on some things for yourself monetarily right now. Let me jump. I'll come right back to you. Just Z, when you're having major synchronicities, are you having major dreams? Numbers 4 and 8 and the numbers 1900 coming up. When I engage in experiencing, it repeats past aspects of my life and perspective. Okay, so my perspective on that would be, number one, I would look into numerology heavily. I would look into numerology. There's a guy here, his name is Shem's Universe. I think he has an amazing take on numerology. But when it comes to those repeating numbers, especially if they're happening at certain times of day or you're seeing things, I would look up and pay attention to what I'm going through in that moment and pay attention to that day. And if those numbers keep coming back, keep coming back, keep coming back, and the numbers don't have to be 1111. The numbers don't have to be sequential like a 444 or 3. It could be literally anything. Like for me, if I see 3737 or 29, like I see stuff like that, I know something is signaling me. Not to mention, I work heavily in the angelic kingdom, so I expect to see that type of stuff. You have to begin to pay attention to those signs, because there's something going on in that moment. There's a thought happening. Check your email. Check, like, if a phone call is coming in, pay attention to the phone call. If you are a person that is stepping up in your spiritual abilities and you're starting to hear ringing, pay attention to that, because it could be signaling like, okay, you saw all these numbers. Sometimes it means a death is on the way, but sometimes it also means that you're getting ready to fight hard for something. Like 1900 will reduce to 1. That means you're getting ready to put some real energy into something, and it's all about something that you're interested in. Oh, you have a life path of 1. Well, Z, that means, because this is a 9-year, that means you're going to be putting a lot of work into making things happen for you. As a Capricorn, now, Pluto just got out of Capricorn. If it was in your first house, it means that you were having trouble getting a lot of stuff off the ground. People weren't hearing your point of view. People, like, it was just so much happening. There were some things that you were getting off the ground, but then there would be some snag and details that was holding up important things during these past 16 years, especially in the past 4 to 5, because I had that grand cross too, but I'm the opposite of you. So you have Cancer sitting in your 7th house. I have Capricorn sitting in mine. So let me tell you. And the exalted planet that I had there, which was Mars, did nothing for me. Okay? Because Pluto was sitting in Libra. So you have, I think it would be Cancer. So before Cancer, it would be Aries. Aries in your fourth house. Oh, and you have Libra in the 10th. Okay. You can do a lot. When you say in your other character, what do you mean? Being a Capricorn is a blessing. I have a lot of them in my life. I just happened to realize last night I'm surrounded by 3 of them all the time. Okay? 2 sun signs and 1's a rising sign. And I think Capricorns are salt of the earth type of people. I just think you guys are really good. And oh, you had to start everything over. Yeah, I think that you guys are really awesome people, but I also feel that, you know, one of them is my partner. And so let's say there's an issue going on, right? We're going to a store, somebody messed up his order. I'll say, please be nice when you go in there. Why are you telling me that? I'm like, because I know you're not going to start anything. It's not who you are, but you're going to finish it. And if they are in a mood, you know how y'all are. Y'all handle stuff. Woo, y'all are the true definition of earthquakes. Okay, that nobody was expecting to happen. Like tsunamis, earthquakes. That's what Capricorns are. Y'all move the earth. Okay, I don't understand that. I don't understand what you're saying here. The one beneath just see. You're welcome, Hobo55. I do not mind answering. Things are changing though. You should have noticed just Z. Some things changing within regards to Capricorn. Like you should feel it lifting. There should be more opportunity. I'm watching this happening for a lot of y'all. The opportunities are coming in. I'm seeing phones ring. I'm seeing money on the other end of those phones. I'm seeing not just money. I'm also seeing, because you guys are the builders of the world. Like you guys are the structures, right? And so I'm seeing a lot of people who are Capricorns who are builders, like they're building brand new organizations. I'm literally watching one come into existence right now. Okay. Another thing, you're also kind of being given some second chances when it comes to quite a bit right now. Yeah, you're going to be able to see it from the other perspective because it's almost like you're repeating the same thing. That's to just Z. It's almost like you're repeating the same thing and you understand what the outcome will be. I don't know what the person's sign is, but when it comes to you, you want to shoot. You are first rising. You're a rising Capricorn, and your sun is sitting there. You are a powerhouse. That's amazing. Yes. Yes, you're going to be very aware of what an emotion, but an emotionally unavailable person, I think for a Capricorn is a particular type of torture. And I would just back all the way up because you all have minds that it doesn't matter how the rest of your chart is set up. The way that I understand most Capricorns to be, you guys have minds that don't miss anything because you represent natural, actual resources in life. So you're the type of person that's going to have the house full of food. If you don't have it, you're going to be upset about it. You like food, but it's not something that controls you, but you know you will. It can be something that goes in excess if you have other stressors happening in your life. But when it comes to dealing, I'm talking about foundational things, being able to eat. Like somebody that's emotionally unavailable to you could mess up your mind and you start thinking, and before you know it, you haven't eaten by a certain point of the day. That's not good for a Capricorn. Y'all need food. Y'all like Cancer, and your sister sign is Cancer, and they need the food. Okay, and your other Earth signs, Virgo and Taurus, oh, they need the food. What? Seriously. Other of us, some of us can literally be in a place where we are pulverizing the world with our minds all the time, thinking. My air sign people, but you guys need to be able to. Where we gonna go get some breakfast at? We doing brunch this weekend? What we doing? Like, you guys are very down to earth, practical people, and to deal with someone who's being impractical by not being available to you but wants to be around you, like, why? Like, why? What type of shine? You know what I mean? They're sucking up your shine. They're doing something. Why do they want to be around? I told you. Do you not see as I'm saying? Y'all get busy. And before you know it, life is happening and y'all can really be into some things and be upset over it and then not eating. Y'all have to eat. Y'all are people that I have to have some food. Excuse me. Am I saying you have to overdo it? Because I don't. But you guys have to be practical and take care of your actual bodies. And as I always say to people, because one of the things I picked up on when I was doing my readings for the actual zodiac signs, Capricorns build the business that Virgos run. Okay? You guys get so busy and you don't delegate and you don't let go of your control in a situation because you have a specific vision when it comes to life. Whatever project it is you're working on, you have a way you want it done. And if you've built a business, if you are building a hobby on the side that's bringing you an extra couple $100 a week or something like that, you have a way you want it to happen. But let's say it takes off. You can't do everything. And I'm going to tell you right now, your go-to Excel spreadsheet down to the perfect point. They run the business that you guys begin. But you guys are still at the top. They have no problem being paid very well to be your number 2, number 3, whatever. Okay? He told you to eat. That is hilarious. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's very important that we look into our astrology charts because our astrology charts say a lot about us. Once a person knows your rising sign and your sun sign, your Venus, your Mars, like when we know those main planets, we can start to look at your life and say, okay, I'm not going to predict what could happen, but you could definitely step into this type of energy. And then with the stuff that I know from a spiritual standpoint, honey, it can right on ticket. So let's say you're trying to bring in extra money right now. And wherever Pisces is in your chart, which is 2 signs away from you, so it's in the 3rd house. If you're a writer, and I mean an actual writer, like a fictional writer or a self-help writer, like you collect and collate information and have put it together the steps because Capricorns are very organized like that. You right now, because Pisces is sitting right there, that might be a place where if you got a phone call from someone saying they want to invite you out to a party or something like that, and this is like where people would be that might be writers, might be agents or something like that, I would go. And the bump that I would tell you is take a bath in some honey before you head out there. You know, do your normal bath and then take a bath in some honey and then go to that meeting. Because Pisces in your 3rd house right now with Venus sitting in there, anything positive could pop off. And you want to be there to harvest it. Okay? I'm telling you that there are so many ways that we can help our lives do much better when it comes to... No, I wouldn't say that, but I'm definitely a spiritualist, Joey. So I understand a lot about, like, take for instance, honey is a natural part of the planet. We don't just put honey in tea. Honey is in so many skincare products, it's crazy. Okay? Understand that we were packed with a bunch of internal tools. Internal tools. You could just think about it when you get there. I'm going to attract to me this. I'm going to attract a writing deal. Like, think about it right now. And if you get invited out to something, you never know. You may meet somebody at that event that can put you further down the path, or they might be the person that puts you on the path. No, I'm not from Pakistan. Oh, really, Miss Ritter? Okay. Thank you so much. You know, we pretty people come in all kinds of packages, you know. But seriously, there's so many different ways, and when you see those synchronicities happening, it's saying, right, I would look into your chart, Just Z, if you're still here. I would look heavily into your chart because there's something sitting there, and I would say out of the numbers that you mentioned, they're saying, and you got a life path one. Yeah, go to Shem's Universe and look at he's right here on YouTube. He's right here on YouTube. Please go look at his channel. His take on numerology is out of this world. It's one of the best I've ever seen. And he broke down something for me with Aquarius that I had been thinking on. I had been just the thoughts I've been thinking, right? I had been thinking on it. And he's young. He's younger than me, but he had a different perspective. He had a different view, and he explains it. And he's going to go into Life Path 1. He breaks down your life path, your birthday, your soul expression. Like, go to his channel. He's here on YouTube, and his videos aren't generally that long. Okay? But he gets to the point, and he gives you a lot of information. Hi, Zany. No, I'm not. Hey, your mama. Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the chat. I'm here at the YouTube today. I'm probably going to get off soon, but I definitely wanted to come here. I like how this goes. You get on here and the different conversations are happening. I love that. And so, I don't know. I think this might be my time from now on. About 4:30, 4:20. Come get on and do the talking. Okay? So I hope everybody is having a really good day. Check if you are into numerology, check out Shem's Universe because he takes it beyond your life path. He explains how to drain your life path, get on the best path with it, explains karmic numbers, everything. What do women lie about the most? I don't know. I don't know what women lie about. I think people lie about different things. Some people get into a habit of lying for real because as children, the answer had to be whatever their parents were coming up with, and the answer wasn't what their parents were thinking it should be, and so they just lied to stay out of trouble with their parents. And so they are people that are lying about everything. And I don't think it's about just women doing that. Men and women do that. So there's all kinds of reasons that people lie. If you have a person that's lying to you and they're important in your life, you need to sit down and have a good conversation with them. And if they don't change it, you need to give them some space. Give them some space. Everyone, it's been a good day. I have to go get my food out of the oven. I will be back tomorrow, same time, same place, same back channel. Nope. I'm so glad I didn't do that. No, I've never done that. Everybody have a good day. I'll be back tomorrow.